to attempt to kidnap you right before two different conferences that you were supposed to talk. Why is it just not an excuse to break contracts and not attend where you promised to be?
Well, okay. If anybody knows anything about us, I mean, Janice and I were arrested 7 months ago in the Dominican Republic, spent 4 days. And by the way, those of you looking for a jail experience, I cannot recommend the Dominican Republic. It is bottom of the line. This is our lives, people. We get arrested, we get chased. Before we went to the Dominican Republic, we were in Cuba for a month and a half. The Cuban government called Janice and I in and said, the U.S. government has unofficially asked us to return you to the U.S. We're disinclined to do so. However, your continuance here in Cuba will be an embarrassment. You have 72 hours to leave. We left 4 days at sea. We did not even get to port. We were surrounded by SWAT teams from the Dominican government saying, you must now go back to America. Please, God, this is our life. How is it? Not how is it that just before conferences we can't attend? How is it that we have fucking survived and are still free? That's the goddamn question, sir.
Thank you for responding it. I don't do softball questions. Do you have a little bit more minutes for a couple of softball questions?
No, I don't care. Softball. Do the hardball, dude. I'm ready for that shit.
Okay,
I don't
then
play
that's
softball.
great because I do hardball questions and I just don't like, the idea that I'm just here to, oh, my hero is here. I'm going to worship him. No, I'm going to question authority no matter what or who it is. Okay.
I can take her. Throw him out.
You're a big boy. You're a big boy. Okay, so this is more of a serious question too from Daryl Mills. Now he's asking, did Russia really hack the DNC?
No, absolutely not. Please, God, people. Why? Because everything pointed to the Russians. Now, do you think the hackers, especially government hackers, are so stupid as to leave clues in their programs pointing to them, as to make serious mistakes, as to leave dates and times which suggest it was programmed during office hours in Moscow? Please, God, people, wake the fuck up. If everything points to the Russians, I am a computer security expert. I promise you, it ain't them. They're smarter than that. Only an idiot would have used a program 3 years old, full of flaws, with Russian language, Cyrillic keyboard, inputs everywhere, dates and times saying it's Moscow. Please, God, wake up. Wake up. The world doesn't work this way. The Russian hackers are the best in the fucking world. And if they had hacked the DNC, there would be no clue to them doing it. It's someone who made it look like the Russians. Who? The DNC. Please, God, wake up, everybody.
Ask that question because you're the expert on that and people need to know from the experts. Here's another one that is more pertinent and interesting to what you're saying. What is the best advice you have for anyone trying to be successful in the age of artificial intelligence? Embrace it or look elsewhere?
You cannot turn your back on reality. You can't say, I don't like artificial intelligence, so fuck it. No, it's here, people. It's with us. And if you are against it, how the fuck can you fight it if you do not understand it fully? Embrace it, accept it, learn it, become it before you can fight it. So yes, of course, embrace it.
Two funny questions. I'm going to just let it go. And then one last message because I know you're a busy guy. All right, Xbox or PlayStation? The kids really want to know.
You're shitting me. Xbox. Just for personal opinion.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. I am triggered right now like nobody's business. And it doesn't even matter. They're all freaking, spy tech anyways. Now, John, this is an important one. For anyone who's out there as an individual, wants to make it, heard your podcast, heard your audio, where do they go from here? What are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to emulate you? Are they supposed to find their own heart? If what are the last words you have for our listeners and our viewers?
Don't emulate anyone except yourself, people. I mean, be yourself. If you want to emulate me, you won't be successful. I don't know how to be successful. I really don't. I didn't have a plan. Nobody ever has a plan that's successful. What do you think Bill Gates started out going, I'm going to build a successful? No. He and Digital Research, he was in Seattle, Digital Researchers in San Diego, the only two companies that had operating systems for the 8086 chip that Intel had, which is what IBM used to create their first personal computer. They went to Digital Research on a Friday morning and said, here, we want to buy it. Here's our terms. And the guy at Digital Research said, well, I got to get my lawyers involved. IBM packed up, flew up to Seattle, sat with Bill. Bill Gates goes, fuck yes, I'll do it. Now, why did Digital Research demur? Because IBM offered them no money and said, here, we're going to take your operating system. However, we're having open architecture, and you know for a fucking fact that every company in the world is going to do an IBM clone. And they did. I mean, the clones were 99% of the fucking market. Bill Gates saw that and said, yes, I don't need lawyers. Where do I sign? That's what created Microsoft. For me, when I did McAfee antivirus, I didn't start out with an antivirus. No, my brother-in-law was reading an article in the San Jose Mercury News. I lived in Silicon Valley. I worked at Lockheed. It was about computer viruses. I'd never heard the word. No one had ever heard the word. I looked into it and realized, good God, this is a program that's alive. It's trying to move from one computer to another. That's its only fucking thing. Destroy the computer that it's in, move somewhere else. That's a real fucking virus, a bacteria, a living entity. I saw that instantly. I also saw how you could stop it. Wrote a little program, put it up on my bulletin board. I ran the largest bulletin board system in Silicon Valley called Homebase at the time. Within 2 weeks, 1 million people were using it. Within a month, I was making $1 million a week. I didn't plan that. You can't plan your fucking success, people. You have to take the opportunities that slide by. The reason you don't is because every opportunity you take is going to transform your life. You may lose your job, lose your house, lose your fucking money. Are you willing to take that risk? If not, don't try to get success. Be content where you are. But if you want something else, you've got to risk everything. And this is why Bill Gates and Larry Ellison and Jack Dorsey and myself manage to do what we do, because I am willing to lose everything for the next fucking opportunity. If you're not, stop looking and stop planning, because you will never make money by planning to do so. And thank you very much. My time is up.
Thank you, sir. Follow your heart. Be your true self. Until then, where is Jon McAfee? We'll never know. Have a beautiful day, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Bye-bye.